My minions, yes. Monday motivation. Get y'all nice and perked up for this Monday. This is going to be kind of a focused topic. I really want to speak to everybody out there who's thinking about enlisting in the military, especially those of you who are about to graduate this year. It is February, going into March. And by the way, happy Valentine's Day, motherfuckers. Yes. It is Heart Day for all of those of you who celebrate. Those of you don't, no big deal. But anyways, so back to those of you who are thinking about enlisting. It's the topic I've spoken to too many people about in a while. And I help people enlist, just give them advice all the time. I really want to get this message out to them. Anyone's thinking about enlisting, if you think about going to officer, ROTC, ROTC, whatever your military pathway is that you're thinking about going down. There's two pieces of advice, or just multiple pieces of advice, but the important part that I want to sink in now, we can get this out the way, I'm going to explain to y'all is, do not be afraid to walk away. Do not settle for a rate or MOS or whatever it's being called. Do not settle. If it's not what you're looking for, if the recruiter does not have what it is that you are looking for, walk away. Just go. Walk away. It will pop out if they're trying to tell you it's full, it's overmanned, or whatever the case is. Walk away. You can wait 2, 3, 6 months or whatever. Trust me, it will open back up again. Do your homework. At the same time, and it's not all recruiters, but many of them do. And many of people who've enlisted can, testify to this and attest to it. Recruiters will lie. It's funny, one recruiter, I'm not going to mention no names, they once said that basically their job is to lie, cheat, and steal parents' children away from them. Crazy and brutal, but guess what? Probably one of the most honest statements I've ever heard. So, knowing that, don't get suckered into a job that you want. Mind you can always change jobs once you're in, but guess what? That first job, you're stuck in that job for 4 years. It's a 4-year enlistment. You're stuck in that job for 4 years. So don't settle. Think about what it is that you want to do. What is your interest? What is it that you like to do? There's always going to be the extra stuff in the military that no one likes. But think about what it is that you want to do. What job, what your passion is. The type of work you want to do. And think about this. 9 times out of 10, unless it's classified information, because there are some classified jobs out there, classified rates, MOSs that are out there. Unless it's classified, if you can't look it up yourself, or your recruiter can't produce it in writing somehow, the job, the skill set, the day in the life, then they're lying to you. He or she, your recruiter's lying to you. If they can't produce what they're saying in writing, or you can't look it up yourself again, unless it's dealing with classified material, classified information. There are some rates that require security clearance. Then it's a lie. Don't believe it. And there's plenty of help out there. There's plenty of information out there. YouTube is filled with videos that will get you up to speed. And websites that the military has websites on every rate out there that will give you information, all the information that you need. You can go out there and talk to people who's in the rate. Get out there and talk to the people who are doing the job that you want to do. If you're looking about doing infantry, go out there and check it out. If you're thinking about doing, you want to be a cook, and nothing wrong with that. If you want to do logistics, go out there and find somebody who's in logistics in that branch who's doing what you're trying to do. So figure it out. Go talk to people. Get that first-hand knowledge of what's going on in the job that you want. Do your homework and do your research. Also, taking this into consideration, a lot of the same jobs were in all of the branches: Navy, Army, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, Coast Guard, all of them. They all have security of some sort. Military police. They might call it different, like the Navy is Master at Arms. Same thing. Army, military police. Marines, Provost Marshal. Air Force, security forces. It's all, for the most part, the same job. They all have medical personnel. In the Navy, they're called hospital corpsmen. Army, they're called medics or field medics. Something's flying around in here. So if one branch doesn't have what you're looking for, go to the other branch. But understand what the difference is in those branches. Like, for instance, you'll do a lot more with less, and you'll get exposed to a lot more in the Navy and the Marines than you will the Army and the Air Force. The Army and the Air Force have a very pinpoint, singular focus when it comes to their tasks and their jobs. It's not a bad thing. I used to hear this phrasing all the time, not my MOS, and I thought it was like the most lazy excuse phrase that I've ever heard in my life until I actually looked into it. Their MOSs are written specifically, which is their job. The MOS, Military Occupation Specialty, I believe is what it stands for. Basically their job. In the Navy, it's called rates. But their jobs are written specific that they cannot operate outside of their task and duty and responsibilities of their job. And they can get into a lot of trouble in doing so, which is why you'll hear, like, other branches, Navy, Marines and stuff, we do joint assignments and work with the Army and work with Air Force and things of that nature. You're going to basically, you'll see a mix of people. But the branches outside of the Army and the Air Force will hear, that's not my MOS, a lot, and might throw you off. But understand, like, they could get in serious trouble for working outside of their job, outside of their responsibilities, like court-martial in trouble. So, don't take offense to that if you hear that. But for instance, I was Navy. I eventually got into this CB community, which is basically the construction types, electricians, carpenters, utility men, which is like the plumbing, HVAC, stuff like that. All the welders, steelworkers, stuff like that, things of that nature. That whole construction community. But we helped each other out all the time. Like, my primary job was electrical. I was a CE construction electrician. But I've done welding, I've done steelworker work, I've cut metal, I've done builder work, I put on roofs, I've done roofing, I've done all types of stuff that has nothing to do with electrical work at all. So you'll get exposed to and be able to do and cross-training a lot more in the Marines and the Navy than you will in the other branches. We help each other out, especially when there's things called community, like there's the corpsman community, there's the CB community. And then special operations is this whole different animal. But there are little communities within each branch. And you'll get exposed to so much more. And that's with every job. I can only speak for the Navy, but our E4s take on leadership and self-responsibilities basically the E4s in the Navy are the equivalent of E5s in almost any other branch. You know, once you make E4 enlisted wise, which is the E, for those who don't know, then yeah, you're starting to get those real good leadership responsibilities, and then it obviously increases from there. Whereas most branches, they don't start getting those responsibilities until you hit sergeant or E5, whatever they're called, in that branch. So take that into consideration. But then that goes into doing your homework on what you want to do. But all I'm saying is, one branch doesn't have what you want. If the Army is saying that military police is filled up, go to the Navy, go to the Marines, the Air Force. You all have a military police section. So not everybody, obviously not every branch has what every other branch has. But take that in consideration. Just because one door closes doesn't mean there aren't 17 other doors that are similar that are open to you. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, bring that to your attention, because we definitely need good people in the military. I had a blast. Most of us have college degrees, despite what a lot of people think, or they used the military to get their degree. So don't look at the military as necessarily a last resort. So if it's something that you're considering, consider it well. Do your homework. Do your research. Just know what's important that I want to get to you, instill in you, is do not settle. Think it through. Find out what it is that you want to do. Find out what your passion is. Find out what the work it is that you want to do, and go for it. And don't settle. And don't be afraid to walk away. I don't want you getting trapped into something you don't want. And there are civilian alternatives for just about everything. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you being here. Please subscribe, and all that good stuff that I'm always hammering in, and share and follow. And I will comment, and I will see y'all next time. Have a good one.